Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been wanting to make this video ever since it was announced that these Halloween movies were coming out in 4K. And what I've done was, in the last couple of weeks, I've decided to watch the first 5 Halloween movies on Blu-ray. And I think now I do have a good understanding of what I am expecting from the new upcoming 4K transfers from Scream Factory. So before we do get on with this video, I'm going to get the obvious out of the way. Let's talk about the packaging first. The packaging is god-awful. I think we're all in agreement. Each cover looks terrible. If I had to pick a favourite out of 5 of them, I think maybe Halloween 3 might have the best cover, but it's very lazy artwork. I am not the biggest fan of them at all. The one plus sign I can say is I actually opted to buy the deluxe sets of parts 1, 2 and 3 from Sacred Bones Records, and they do come in these lovely gorgeous collector's box. Granted, the 4K Blu-rays are inside these boxes, but I don't have to stare at them all the time. Granted, the only thing that I have to worry about is basically 4 and 5. Yeah, so poor artwork, and I'm sure we're all in agreement with that as well. All of them support HDR10 and Dolby Vision. The aspect ratio on the first 3 movies is 2 by 25 by 1, and 4 and 5 is 185 by 1. So you will get a full screen on parts 4 and 5. So yeah, and of course, and they all support Dolby Atmos as well, which is that's a big plus in my eyes anyway. So yeah, let's get right onto it. So we're going to talk about the first film, Halloween. What are my expectations for Halloween on 4K? I actually have done. It is supposed to be getting a new 4K master, which is going to be interesting because it's been overseen by Dean Cundy. Now, it's weird, I read that and I was kind of going, well, did he not oversee the 4K release that we already got of Halloween? So I'm a little confused by that. It might have been the 35th anniversary Blu-ray that he overseen, but I thought he oversaw the 4K release that we got earlier, well, a couple of years ago. So yeah, my expectations are, I have none for Halloween. I thought the 4K looked beautiful. It wasn't what you call a night and day difference over the Blu-ray, particularly the 35th anniversary edition. It wasn't. Yeah, there was a nice uptick in like sharpness and in color, but it wasn't it wasn't a huge upgrade. And again, I think a lot of people will agree with me on that one. But I still think the transfer looked quite beautiful. So I can't see what they're going to do differently with the new 4K transfer. Maybe a little bit of added sharpness to the picture, if they can do that. The HDR, the Dolby Vision, I think the previous release had Dolby Vision as well. I think they've done everything they can do with the colour of that movie. The black levels looked absolutely beautiful, and the colour looked fantastic as well. So so then it kind of comes down to Dolby Atmos. So the previous 4K release, we had a 7.1 Dolby Audio on that. I think it was a Dolby Audio. And the audio was perfect, in my opinion. So we are getting an Atmos soundtrack. Now, Atmos adds high channels, and me personally, I can't see what advantages high channels is going to bring to a film like Halloween. Yeah, granted, the music might kind of give us kind of more of an open feel to the music itself, but I can't see the high channels getting much activity. So yeah, I mean, expectations are I just don't have any expectations, put it that way. I love the 4K release we got of it. Chances are I'm going to love this one, but I hope I am wrong, and I hope there is a big upgrade over the last 4K release, but I seriously doubt it. Right, on to Halloween 2. So I watched Halloween 2 probably around 2 weeks ago. The first thing I will say about Halloween 2 is there's a serious amount of film dirt all over the picture on Halloween 2. It looked like someone wiped their ass with the print. It looks really, really bad. So I think if they clean that up, that alone is going to be a massive upgrade over the Blu-ray. And I'm sure, of course, it's going to get cleaned up. We know it is. It's really released on 4K. So naturally, it is going to be. It should look very clean. The colours were a bit mutish as well. It was a nice looking Blu-ray, no question about it. You can see that there wouldn't be a whole lot of work involved to try and get Halloween 2 to look pristine. The colours were a little mutish. That Dolby Vision will definitely enhance all that. Give us good solid black levels as well, and a nice increase in sharpness, and kind of get the palette of the film looking very similar to Halloween. So these two movies will complement each other. Please God, that's what will happen. And Dean Cundy has overseen that overseeing that 4K transfer as well. So yeah, expectations very high in Halloween 2. Again, another Dolby Atmos soundtrack. That's going to be massive, because the previous Blu-ray release, we got a DTS 5.1 audio, and it was weak. It was very, very weak. There was little to no surround activity whatsoever on the 5.1, and everything was very thin, little to no bass. So the Atmos is definitely a welcome addition to this movie. Again, I can't see how the high channels are going to come into play with Halloween 2, because again, it will be very similar to Halloween. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm very, very curious, and yeah, Halloween 2 is definitely one I'm very, very excited for. Right, so that brings us on to Halloween 3, and this is the one where I feel I'm going to be the most disappointed by. And just bear with me for a second till I explain why. Anyone who knows me knows that Halloween 3 is up there with one of my favourite horror movies of all time. I absolutely love it. And again, I've said this on numerous videos, Halloween 3 on Blu-ray looks spectacular. I still think it's one of my favourite Blu-rays when it comes to transfers. So that's where the problem lies with this 4K release. I think this Blu-ray, I always said that every time I watched Halloween 3, I always turned around to my fiance and went, you know what, I can't see how they can improve on this. It looks that good. So that's why I think that I might be a little bit disappointed on this one, because I just can't see how they can improve on the Blu-ray. Yes, Dolby Vision is going to make a huge difference. The increased resolution on 4K, yeah, maybe. But like I said, the picture looks so sharp as it is already. You know, you might be hard pressed to see it. So I think Dolby Vision is definitely the one that's going to come into play in this one. Even though I still found the colours on the previous Blu-ray to be beautiful as well. So yes, then you have a Dolby Atmos soundtrack on this. Now, there's only a DTS 2 channel audio you get on the Blu-ray, so this is going to be a major upgrade when it comes to sound, and fingers crossed it's going to be as good as I imagine, I'm hoping it will be. The music in that movie, just to get a good, just open sense of sound, it will be absolutely fantastic, and that is an absolute welcome addition to this Blu-ray, or to this 4K release. So I think for this one, for Halloween 3, I think it's going to be down to audio more than visual, in my opinion. But again, I really am hoping I'm wrong. Right, so that brings us on to Halloween 4. Now, Halloween 4, without question, and anyone that has the Halloween collection out there on Blu-ray, I know you are all going to agree with me. Halloween 4 is the worst looking Blu-ray out of the bunch. Closely followed by Part 5, which we'll get to. But Halloween 4, the picture is unbelievably soft. It's shockingly soft. It is a minor upgrade over the Blu-ray. The colours are just completely muted. There's just no colour to it. It's dead. It's lifeless. And the Dolby Vision alone on this 4K release is going to be just monumental for this movie. The increased resolution as well, like I said, the picture is amazingly soft, and the resolution alone is going to, yeah, so this should be, in theory, this film should look absolutely extraordinary if they put the work in. I hope it's not a quick cash grab, and just put it out there just for the sake of putting it out and giving us a very decent looking Blu-ray. I hope that's not the case. The same with this one will go, when it comes to Dolby Atmos as well. Again, just watched Part 4 probably around 2 weeks ago, week or two ago, and the audio is unbelievably flash. It's lifeless, absolutely lifeless. There's nothing to it at all. The dialogue is very thin, so this Atmos should, please God, enhance all this and give us a good sense of surround, which I always want for Halloween 4. Because I actually do like Halloween 4. I'm a fan of the movie. It's a good sequel. I felt it kind of went back to the roots of what Halloween 1 and 2 done. And yeah, I want something special. So hopefully, please God, we get a great transfer with this, along with some fantastic sound. So that brings us on to Halloween 5. And just like Part 4, Halloween 5 looked terrible on Blu-ray. It was a minor upgrade over Part 4. There was a slight increase in sharpness and a bit more colour to the picture. But other than that, it was very lifeless, just like Part 4. Unbelievably flash. little to no colour whatsoever. A lot of film dirt on both part 4 and 5 as well. So just to get them cleaned up is going to be a huge upgrade as well. But yeah, so the Dolby Atmos soundtrack on part 5 is going to be a welcome upgrade as well, because I have parts 4 and 5 twice on Blu-ray. I got a German release of them and I've got a UK release. And the UK release has a Dolby 5.1 audio on it, where the German release has a DTS 5.1 audio, and both releases just sound terrible. It was lifeless. Dialogue was unbelievably flash. There was just no energy to the music playing during this movie. So the Atmos should add an added amount of energy that we need for part 4 and 5. And again, this is definitely a welcome upgrade to part 5. So yeah, so that's it, folks. So I think if I had to rank my expectations when it comes to these 5 movies, believe it or not, I think I will put Halloween 4 at number 1, just for the simple reason that it's the worst looking Blu-ray we had of it. So I think this is the one that requires the most work, and hopefully we do get a solid upgrade. Then I'll put Halloween 5, then I will push Halloween 2, then Halloween, and then Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And look, I really hope I'm wrong. I hope I am blown away by all 5 of them. And knowing Scream Factory, I'm sure I'm going to be. But again, I just can't help, but think the worst sometimes as well. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give us a thumbs up. And if you could leave your thoughts down below and let me know what you think of or what your expectations on the 4K transfers. And are you excited for these transfers as I am? And cannot wait to get my hands on them. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.